Days of the New. It's kind of like one man. I think this is a one-man project. Kind of like no, it's clearly a band. They had like 3 albums and they were alright. I don't remember them from too many things. They were signed. Where were they signed to? Outpost. Okay. I know the singer has had like a real long history with like drugs and schizophrenia. Yeah, that's him right there. Talented musician though. There's like 2 other albums. I think this is the first one. Yeah, that's him. Yeah, I don't know too much about Days of the New, but I do remember they were pretty kind of popular in the underground. What is this? Oh, this is a compilation. This is You Want the Best, You Got the Best. It's a live compilation of a bunch of songs from like recorded back in the 70s, like songs that supposedly didn't make a live, but like Alive, they were tinkered in the studio later, so they're not really live. Hate to say it, but still an alright song. Like Take Me, previously unreleased live track, but I don't think they ever played Take Me live, as far as I know, or maybe they did once or very rarely. Or Two Timer, Room Service. Some of these were recorded in the 90s too, which they're actually releasing off the soundboard release now, which I heard are actually live and not kind of tinkered with. Tickled. And it's got an interview with Jay Leno at the end. Because why? I don't know. Robert Conte. Yeah. Like all the Kiss fans. Oh, if you want to buy a Kisstory book, that goes for insane amount of money now. I like to get the Japanese edition because I heard that has a New York Groove, which was on a Blockbuster or a promo CD, but was also on the Japanese edition of this. Oh, this is someone made this. This is a fan-made copy of There's Nothing Left to Lose by the Foo Fighters, made by some guy named Mark. But it does have some extra bonus tracks. Like it's got 80-130 from the Godzilla soundtrack, Iron Stone, Have a Cigar, Dear Lover. He tried to write Foo Fighters but gave up throughout. It's good to have those B-sides, but I mean, you can find those anywhere. One of my guilty pleasure albums, Hanson's first major label album, Middle of Nowhere, released in 1997. This is the one with MMMBop on it. You know. Their one hit. Yeah, it does have a garage mix of Man from Milwaukee. I don't have their first albums. You know, MMMBop, the one before this, and Boomerang. But those are insanely hard to find. This is the only Hanson I really care to own. They looked all tough, but they really weren't. They really were not. This band is really as pop as you can get. Although I do have a friend who actually interviewed them back in the day. Apparently said they were pretty cool, you know, at that time, but I don't know, that was 25 years ago. Hung with them on Thanksgiving, apparently, too. But yeah, if you like pop music, you know, 90s pop, Hanson's, it's about as much as I like about 90s pop. I don't really care about the 90s kind of boy bands, except for Hanson, they're alright. The School of Rock soundtrack. What can I say about this soundtrack? Really, really good. You got songs from the School of Rock, you know. Yeah, Who, No Vacancy, Led Zeppelin, Black Keys, The Darkness, T-Rex, Ramones. And I heard somewhere that they're actually currently working on a sequel. Which I don't know how you could do, because I heard that some of the members are now passed away, but I think one kid passed away. I don't know. We'll have to see. I know the movie's celebrating its 20-year anniversary this year. Which I love the movie, and of course I had to get the soundtrack. The TV show, though, less said about that show, the better. We have Rust, underground alt rock, Catalyst, from 2003, maybe 2002. The only thing they ever put out. I think I uploaded it on YouTube. I remember it being kind of alright. I remember the robot with the heart, though. Dashboard Confessional. The Shade of Poison Trees. This is an album from 07? Yeah, 07. The Shade of Poison Trees is a good song. You know, if I'm in a mood, if I'm kind of in a mood, special mood, I listen to Dashboard Confessional. Like, I know they're kind of nowadays considered kind of like, oh, they were like second wave emo. They're not as good. But, you know, but whatever. I dig Dashboard Confessional. And a lot of their songs, I know were in, I should say, the Clone High soundtrack. So that's kind of where I know them from too. The US soundtrack, as far as I know. Where do we go? What is this? Oh, Kim. This is a R&B singer that put out this one EP. It's actually signed. And never did anything else. I upload this online as well. It's from 97. It's pretty early. And it still plays too, which is the most amazing thing. But in case if it one day does not play, because CDRs can get pretty old, it's available online, so. Weezer! The first Weezer album. Remember I mentioned that the singer of, what was it? That one band I showed, I forgot their name. But He did all the guitars on this. You know, people say this is the best Weezer album. And I kind of have to agree. Of course, as Say It Ain't So, Buddy Holly, My Name is Jonas, The Sweater Song, Only in Dreams. What was it? Matt Sharp? I don't remember. Chopper One, that was the name of the band. He worked on this entire album. And before it got released, he got fired from the band. Or either he quit or he got fired. I can never figure it out. I guess I could show these two. Oh man, I've had this for so long. The Rayford Brothers. Kind of like rockabilly kind of music. And it's actually signed by the band themselves. I bought it at a family hangout party. I didn't know they were playing that day, and they happened to be playing. I saw them a little bit. I saw them twice. I saw them there, and then I actually filmed them the second time, and I got to meet them, and they actually signed my CD. If you like rockabilly kind of music, you'll like this. Oh! It even has a card in there. Oh no, a sticker. That's cool. And the disc kind of looks like a record. Where did I get this? 2015? Wow. But yeah, I filmed them. I still have that tape in my possession. I need to upload it. Bright Avenue, The Other Side. It's like Christian music. I got it at a library. I don't think this whole album is on YouTube, but I'll upload it anyway. It's from 2007. Jeff Kipple. It's actually not bad for Christian music, that is. I have another couple other Christian albums in here. Thank God, Saturday. It's kind of like a family. I think they put out this one thing and then I could never really find any info about them. For now we see a mirror dimly, but then face to face. 1 Corinthians 13:12. So yeah. I'll show this first. This is the last Led Zeppelin album that was released in the band's lifetime. It's In Through the Outdoor, which, you know, if you look at it, it's like 7 songs. But nowadays that's considered an EP, but back then it was like, you put out 7 songs on an album, that was fine. And plus they're pretty long songs too. I mean, it's like 6 minutes, 10 minutes. But yeah, it's got the song Hot Dog, All of My Love, that's the one single everyone knows from this album. Then as they were touring this album, John Bonham passed away. So then they called it quits. But they did perform reunion shows since then, and they did release the 2007 one, which I need to pick that up. The vinyl version, if you actually like put water on the cover, like it was black and white originally, but if you like put like water on the jacket sleeve or something, or washed it or something, or not washed it, but like, you know what I mean, you could actually make the cover kind of more color. So I imagine a lot of people have various conditions copies of their album, of that album. And then Coda, which you don't really need to own, unless if you're a diehard Zeppelin fan. Because it's really just a compilation of B-sides and songs that didn't make the other albums. Like, these are like leftover outtake songs from, some of them from like 69, 71, and demos. Because Swan Song Well to make a quick buck. That's kind of the reason that came out. But Jimmy Page did produce it. So I mean, it's good to have. And plus, I heard the deluxe edition actually has more songs than this, so it's like a collage of pictures of them throughout the years. Robert Plant with his goatee. Oh boy, we got a lot to go, don't we? I don't think this is on YouTube. This is an interview with Oasis Noel Gallagher. This is just a interview CD from Noel Gallagher recorded at Berkeley back in '96, I want to say. And they have way too many diss tracks on the disc. It's like 15 seconds of one track is like one question, or like a little minor thing they mention. They could have just put it out as one whole CD or one whole track and it wouldn't have mattered. But I think they wasted it. Because like when I ripped the CD, it was like 90 something tracks. It was ridiculous. That's the interview woman who did it, by the way. And the whole story on how she... Yeah, look at that. 94 tracks. That's ridiculous. They don't need to... That was not needed at all, but... You know, it's a bootleg, and... Just like... They did what they could. And it's an interesting interview, nevertheless. But you have to, like, play one track... Unless if you're not playing like the CD, you're playing one track, and then the next one, and the next one. It's just, yeah. But it's a decent interview. During the What's the Story Morning Glory era. Another Slipknot's bootleg. Live at the Dynamo Festival. Holland. June 3rd, 2000. I have a bootleg of the show on DVD. They did release it officially on the 10th anniversary edition of the first album. Some of it's censored, unfortunately, and it could sound better. Like, this is directly from the board. But I do have another bootleg of it that's completely uncensored. Like, the songs aren't uncensored and the whatever, but some of the visuals were. If you hear anything in the background, don't mind that. It's my brother and his girlfriend. This is a Static X bootleg. This is Miscellaneous Live Songs 2001. Plus Family Value Show 2001, but it's like 2 songs from it. And it has the... Yeah, like Push It and Cold on one track. I don't know where Get to the Gone and In a Bag originated from, but I do know for a fact that the This Is Not song track originated from the Cold European single, which I own. That was like pretty cool because... Oh no, not the... No, was it? No, never mind. Oh no, it was the Cold European single, but I think one of either Get to the Gone or In a Bag originated from the CD-ROM of their comic book that came out in 2002. That's what I'm thinking of. Live EP 2001. Yeah, it was all recorded in 2001, I believe. I know the Family Values tour for sure was 01. The Tarzan soundtrack. Songs by Phil Collins. Come on. You gotta love the Tarzan soundtrack. You'll Be in My Heart, Trash in the Camp, Strangers Like Me, Two Worlds, One Family. You'll Be in My Heart, Phil Collins version. I mean, so many freaking memories watching Tarzan. And just listening to the soundtrack too. It's like, you ever get teleported back to that moment in time? Yeah, I do with this album. Tarzan's one of my favorite Disney movies. And for some reason, I don't have the deluxe DVD that came out like years ago. Yeah, that had that cover on it, funny enough. That needs to be a poster. I need to hang that. It's got lyrics, too. If you're asking what I thought of Tarzan and Jane and Tarzan 2, well, Tarzan and Jane doesn't really count because that was just like episodes from the Tarzan show. And Tarzan 2 was a weird prequel kind of movie. Although I like to consider Tarzan Untamed to be like the true sequel of Tarzan. Reggie in the Full Effect promotional copy. Now, when this album came out, a lot of people thought, oh, it was actually a promotional copy, so many people got sent back copies, but they didn't know that was the name of the album. But this is a great one. Mega 2K, Thanks for Staying. That's a great song. From Me to You. Again, some of the more stuff to expect from it. Really silly kind of synthy kind of rock. JD the Wonder Mutt. Can you see that? Yeah. Rest in peace, February 2nd grade to October 1999. Rest in peace, JD. Highly recommend Reggie in the Full Effect, though. I think my favorite, though, is the album's probably the first one. Greatest Hits 1984 to 1987 or whatever. Yeah. I showed that before in another video, though. Rob Biaggi. Biaggi? I don't know. Get Out There. Christian rock singer. He played at my old church many years ago, and he signed my CD, and I could never find that CD. Thankfully, he's still playing live, so I may be able to get a chance to maybe see him live one day, but I don't know. I've been doing a bunch of other things, but hey, I wonder if you probably wouldn't recognize me. I was in a bunch of kids got his CD signed. What is this, 2005? Wow, that's a throwback. Then I found this CD at a Goodwill. Yeah, he's still playing live. He looks basically the same. You know what he kind of looks like? Kind of looks like Vanilla Ice. He became a Christian singer. Did you imagine that? These are all lyrics in like what they had to say about it and whatever. Oh, a moth got in the room. That's nice. Anyway. Alright, what else we got? Kind of stretching my legs because I've been talking for so long. County Fair. Hopefully something changes. A pop punk band I saw live once upon a time. I don't think they're still around, but I got their CD for like $10. Limited to 25 copies, and I got number 5. Yeah, limited 5 to 25. They were great live. I saw them. I think I filmed them too, I want to say. They're really good. I don't think you can get that CD anymore. But I think you could get the music on it still. Yes, I do own a CD by this band. Let me be clear. The music was great. The singer was an absolute piece of crap and deserves to rot, but the music that they made is still really good. This is their album Start Something from '04. This is when they moved away from like the nu metal sound and kind of went more alternative, like kind of rock, high emo. They're from England, I believe. It's just a shame that the singer really was evil soul. But like I said, you know, the music that they made is still really good, and none of the money that I spend goes to him anyway. And I feel bad for the band members. You know, they really had to be dragged into that situation. No one deserves to be in that situation, honestly. That's like straight up like, yeah. If you want to know more about what he did, Ian, whatever, it's fully documented. Yeah, I know some people, like a big photo right there. I know some people refuse to listen to the band regardless, and, you know, that's their decision. But, you know, I'm very much a believer of, what's the word I'm looking for? Respect the art from the artist. Yeah, if you ignore all the crap that happened, this is really good, and I definitely recommend you check out at least some of the songs. If you don't want to, your choice, whatever. Subhumans, one of my favorite punk bands from England. This is the Rats and Time Flies compilation. Rats, I think it has Time Flies in there. Yeah. So you can like switch the... Came with a Subhuman sticker. I have that on a shirt. Come on, get up. Alright. So anyway, Rats, Time Flies, but aeroplanes crash. Workday, Play, Die. It's a great song. I Don't Want to Die, Everyday Life. People Are Scared. Labels, When the Bomb Drops. That's a great song. Yeah, they're still playing live too. And I highly recommend, you know, if anyone's out there who's into Subhumans, go see them live. This isn't my favorite material from them, but, you know, it's really good too. Made in France, really? I did not know that. I've been talking for so long, and I got so much more to go. This is a Static X bootleg, was live at WYSP Studio 94.1, recorded in 2000. This for sure I know is on YouTube, because I got this on an old Static X fan site back in the day. Great stuff. Really, I mean, the sound's kind of hissy and kind of assy, but you know. Another Power 106 FM sampler from 2001. It's got Dr. Dre, Gorillaz, Clint Eastwood. You know, big boy. He's lost a ton of weight since. Shaquille O'Neal, Alicia Keys, Fall in the remix. I got this mainly for the Gorillaz stuff, but the rap stuff isn't bad. Future Flava, Summer 2001. I did not get this for free. It was like 10. No, like a buck, maybe. Kind of like acid rock stuff. King Tuff. This is the first CD issue from, I think, 2013. It came out in 06, but I think the CD's from, no, maybe even earlier, like 2008. This is when, this is like an early Burger Records release. I used to go to Burger, like, I used to, like, order for Burger all the time. Okay, this is a 2013 issue. King Tuff Was Dead. That's the name of this album. Really like acid kind of rock, kind of like psychedelic kind of stuff. Really good though. Burger was such a good label. Really good people behind it too. Really nice guys. I actually knew the owners. Still do. And they really got screwed over badly. And just, it's a whole spiel I don't want to really get into because it was just a load of crap, but they were really good, and the King Tuff album is really good too. Cooker, alt-rock band from the California area. This is their album since 2001. This is from 2003. I upload this album on YouTube. Kind of punky too. I like Drink It, Blinded by the Stare. And then I think the guitarist or bassist passed away or something. Real shame. They were really good. I also have their very rare EP they put out after this, the Shock and Awe EP. Look at all those lyrics. I think I got this sealed too. There's a video you could watch for Blinded. That's really good. The Vaccines. Oh, no, the Vacancies. No, the Vaccines are a completely different band. Gut Punch. Special thanks to the label Smogville Records for not letting me put this album on YouTube and having me put it elsewhere. You guys rule for that. Anyway, a pretty decent, like, alt kind of punk rock album. This is from 2003 or 2002, something like that. It was sealed when I got it. Oh no, 2002, okay. They have a couple other releases as well. It's a really good picture of them. But yeah. I think you could probably find the songs on YouTube, but you have to get them separately, and it's not in the whole album. So that's pretty lame, but, you know. I did upload that album on Elsewhere. You can find it if you look hard enough. I think it might be on my alternative channel. What else we got? The last album Blink-182 made before Matt left the band. This is 9. Probably their most poppy album yet. Blame It On My Youth is alright, you know. They were just really gone pop by this point, and it really shows. I mean, their music video at the time looked like a Target commercial. But then again, Blink-182 were always pop, you know? I don't understand when people tell me, oh, Blink-182 were never pop. They were always real hardcore. No, they were always pop. I hate to tell you, but they were. Oh, no, Matt. This is the last album with Matt, not Mark. Excuse me. Excuse me. Oh, I hope that none of the fans are like, oh, it's Mark, not Mark. It's Matt. Whatever. You make one little mistake and everyone gets on you. This is a compilation that the Plea for Peace, you know, this Mike Park put this together, which has a bunch of songs from, let's see, I know it has a Mike Park song, yeah, Hamumatsu Girl, yeah. It's got a Skakey Pickle song, Pushover, Exclusive Chickies song, Lawrence Arms, a lot of great stuff, Alkaline Trio, Potshot, and you can only find the songs exclusively on this compilation. Fight racism, fight sexism, fight the real enemy. So, you know, good cause. You can pretty much find this easily online. I think that's where I got it. Because I want to hear like more Mike Park stuff. Yeah, check out Plea for Peace. There's a couple of albums called that, but the one with the kid on the front, that's the one that has those songs on it.